Greetings, Instagram family. I have to say Instagram family, let everybody know that we're on air right now. But hey, it's good to have you guys back. We're going to continue where we left off last week, and we were talking about what things that we can actively do to start changing who we are. Because we really don't know who we are. We have the idea of who we are, and that stems from all the things that we've been taught. When in order to get to know who you are, you have to take time out and be with yourself. Most people find it difficult to be with their self. Because when we sit down to just quiet ourselves, we sit there for probably about 2 minutes before we start thinking of all the things that we have to do. And within the next 10 minutes after that, you're going to be up and doing what you felt needed to be done. Trust me, when I tell you this, what needs to be done is for us to get to know ourselves. There's nothing on this earth greater of an accomplishment than for you to get to know yourself. Because what you think is yourself is the furthest thing from you. What we are is just like the earth. We are unknown. We are always unfolding mysteries to ourselves so that we can know that we are limitless. There's nothing that can be accomplished when we understand our own limitlessness. We limit ourselves because of what we've been taught, not because of what we are. Because what we are is limitless. We're energy. We got to remember that. So I want to encourage you guys that when you're going about your day, because it's about the present. It's about being present right now. When you're going about your day and you're going through your normal routine, and I would hope that you would start really examining that and change some of your routine. When those things come up in your life that you normally just react to immediately, just stop. I mean, that is easy for me to say that because we're so reactionary. But just stop for a moment and go, why do I feel the need to defend myself? Or why do I feel the need to say something? Or why am I feeling any kind of way about what this individual said? So then that's when we start discovering more about ourselves, because we start looking at our, I'm going to encourage you to do this. Look at yourself. That when you do an act that you go, why did I do that? Stop and then rewind and look at that act as if you was looking at a movie and you saw somebody do exactly what you just did and go, man, what would I say about that? Because what we do acts and we never really look at them. We go, that's just the way that I felt. So I did what I felt I needed to do. That is ridiculous. I'm going to tell you it's ridiculous. You know why? Because we expend unnecessary energy. And when I tell you we need every bit of energy we need, especially when you live in the States, because you have so many things coming at you from so many different directions. It's imperative that you take time out and stop and examine yourself. Just in an instant, because that's going to help you in ways you're not even realizing right now, to be able to just stop and go, why am I feeling like this about this situation? We never examine ourselves from that point of view. We never examine ourselves like as if we looking at a movie, and the act that we just done, we saw somebody do, we have something to say about it. We be like, what the hell they tripping for? But when it's us, we do not even hesitate. Why? Because it becomes automatic. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to examine the automatic reactions that we have, because we always feel so pressed to react to everything immediately, when that is not necessary, because what the outcome is going to be is what the outcome is going to be. The only thing different about what the outcome would be is how you perceive that And we always perceive things as being against us or for us, when in reality, everything is for us. Nothing comes to us that we didn't want. You know, I know nothing in anyone's life that comes to them is there to bring them down. It's always there to bring them forward. Every challenge that we have is a challenge that we chose for our own self to move closer to ourselves. We don't like to believe that when folks go, well, you can't say that because I didn't ask nobody to rape me. I didn't want nobody to rob me or jump on me. Oh, let me tell you something. You did. And I know as difficult as that is for you guys to perceive, you did. It says, whatsoever you put out there, what you sowing, the seeds that you putting out there, oh, they're going to produce a crop. And who's going to harvest it? You are. So, in saying that, that's why I said what I said. Stop. You do yourself a world of good. Trust me when I tell you. And just examine, why am I feeling like this? Why do I view that person like this? Remember Fanny was here last Tuesday. And she was talking about how when she felt a certain way about somebody, it was only a reflection of what was going on inside of her. So, trust me, we don't have no enemies. Our enemy is the one that look at us in the mirror every day. Because whatever situation you find yourself in at this present moment can be changed into something that you desire. And that's why it's so important to couple knowledge with your desires, because a lot of times our desires come from straight social media with stuff that we see, stuff that we hear on TV, stuff that we see other folks doing, and we take that in a big old vat, and then we decide what part of it we want to use. Ain't none of that beneficial to you. What's beneficial to you is to find out what's inside of you. I don't know how much I need to stress this, but that's the most important thing for us. We need to learn how to trust ourselves. And how do you start trusting yourself? By examining yourself. You have to stop just letting everybody be our psychiatrist and psychologist and decide to be your own best friend. Because when you become your own best friend, you're not going to lie to yourself. You're going to look at yourself and take a real look at yourself and go, ooh, I shouldn't act like that. Because innately, deep down inside of us, that part, our energetic part, our part that's connected to everything, it never fails us. And it always rebukes us when we do something stupid. And you know what we do? Ignore it. We go, I felt a little bad about that. Where did that come from? When we're doing acts, we don't feel bad about doing it. So why should you feel bad after you've done it? Because that's comes from not wanting to take responsibility for our actions. And again, I'm going to say it. Stop. That's all we got to do. Is just stop and just examine ourselves. And when you start doing that, you'll see how much time you have to then stop and take time to meditate and just be silent. Learn to silence yourself. Learn to just, we think talking means a lot. Talking means very little. Talking means have meaning when you're speaking from a point of knowledge into the universe so that the things that you say can benefit you and everybody around you. All the garbage that come out of our mouth is useless. And it only comes back to disrupt your flow. Put it that way. I don't know if you guys getting what I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again. Look at yourself like it's as if you're looking at a movie. When you do an act, be that act one of kindness, or be that act one of outright stupidity. Stop and examine yourself throughout the day. You know what that does? It makes you present. It makes you stop and go, where am I? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? We don't ask ourselves enough questions. We're always listening to ourselves tell us what to do, but we never ask ourselves questions. And when you ask yourself something, your true self is going to give you an answer. That chatter in your head, that's what needs to stop. That's our enemy. When we're sitting there and we're going, man, I don't appreciate the way they said that. I don't like the way they looked at me. And you know, they said that my dress was ugly. I mean, we have all these they said and why they. When we forget that all that comes from one point of reference, right where you're sitting, right now. So, that point of reference that you're sitting at right now is sitting in infinity. So when you look around you, I don't care if it's buildings, cars, you work at the zoo, it don't matter. When you understand that point of reference, you understand that you're a part of everything. That nothing is separate from us. And when we begin to come to that realization, we become better human beings. Because in essence, what I'm really saying is that we all need to start practicing becoming better people. Not only to other, when I say that, I'm not talking about the other people, I'm talking about for ourselves. So that when you look in the mirror, you can go, man, I love you.
So I was just going to say, Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror. I mean, I really love that song. It's not the funkiest jam, but the content of the words. I know Michael Jackson didn't write it, but the content of the song, the words in the song are really good. Starting with man in the mirror, I'm asking him, her, to change his ways. Whatever it is that you got to work on, it's with you. You got to start with the man in the mirror.
Exactly. That, and you know, for real, you can turn yourself into the individual that you praise. You know, we all have individuals. We go, oh man, they did great things. You have the ability to do great things as well. Nobody have more than nobody else. We all have the same tools. Mm-hmm. It's just how we apply the tools that we have. Mm-hmm. And all I'm saying is that, hey, I want everybody to be great. Because if we live in a world where everybody is being great, oh my God, the beauty that would be displayed would just be breathtaking. I mean, you would want to just living, walking, breathing becomes a joy because everybody is creating and everything is becoming beautiful. And the beautiful thing about that is nobody is trying to be like nobody else. Because then we realize that, hey, what I have to offer, I'm giving. So there's always somebody out there that want to exchange what they have with what you have. That's what this life is all about, a fair exchange of everything. And that includes energy. Sometimes we, as people, have friends, and we go to our friend and we just dump on them. Everything that, girl, you don't know, I went to the doctor said this, man, he said I got prostate cancer, and this chick over here tripping. And we just dump on them. And what are we dumping on them? We dumping all the things that we have as concerns because we tell ourselves, this is my friend. We're good. They can hear me. So then, that's your friend. Why would you want to bring all this negative garbage to their ear? I would think if that's your friend, you would want to be like, I'm not going to burden them with that. They my friend. It's the very opposite. You know why? Because we cannot give what we do not have. So when you're running around with all these issues, you feel like everybody else should have all them issues too. And your best friend is the main one that's going to get them.
Well, you know, I think people, when they do that, are looking for support. Not like, hey, I'm dumping on this person that I love and
I
care
know what
about.
they're looking for.
They're looking for support. So you're saying there is no support.
Ain't no support.
There.
There's no support. You dumping your negative energy on somebody else.
I think that's a great way to look at it. You know,
That
because
is
if
the
you
way
call
it
it,
is.
and because if it's your friend, after you get finished telling them all of the things that are wrong and how this doesn't make you feel well, they should have empathy and kind of feel you and be like, oh, my friend is not doing well today. Like, I want better for them or whatever. So I agree. It is dumping on your friend.
It's different. All I'm saying is that we allow ourselves to be influenced by ideas, idealism, capitalism, all these isms we got going on, instead of just allowing ourselves to be free enough to be who we are. Look, that is the most beautiful thing in the world. I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I'm in my 60s now. I didn't get this overnight. It took work. That's the thing that we got to understand. To create within yourself a being that you love, and I'm going to say it again, a being that you love, it takes work. Because we do things out of our remembrance of things. So when a situation comes, we react immediately. We don't even think about the reaction. Somebody come and kick your foot while they walking by, and you watching them come, and you're like, oh, you know, you thinking in your mind they just gonna walk by, but as they walk by, they kick your foot. You're gonna be like, hey, what the hell? The hell you? It's a reaction immediately. Nobody stop and go, that's funny, and let it go. Why? Why can't we let it go? You know why? Because the first thing we do is go, they had ill intentions behind them kicking me, like kicking my foot. That's the first thought. So then, with that thought, they had bad intent. Hey, you could have said, excuse me. You kicked my foot. Hey, they may have intended it. They may not have intended it. But we're looking for a response. Why? Because we feel like we have been violated. What the hell is the we that got violated? Your foot may have gotten kicked. It didn't get kicked off. You still have a foot. It's not throbbing in pain. But the act itself, we feel violated. Why do we feel violated behind things that really have no real way of violating us? You know why? Because we're not looking at that man in the mirror. You know what we're really doing? We letting that man in the mirror dictate to us exactly how we're supposed to act. That's the only reason we act like that. And why can it dictate? Because we have done everything in our life routinely. And them routines become hardwired in us. So we don't even have to think about it no more. It's just a reaction. And in order to change that reaction, we have to stop and examine ourselves. The ancients had a technique they call stalking oneself. You know how you stalk a person? You watching them. Where they going? What time they leaving? Oh, they went over here at 10 o'clock. Oh, they going over here. When you stalk somebody, you watching everything that they doing. For whatever reason you decide you want to stalk them, we need to stalk ourselves the exact same way and ask ourselves, why am I feeling like that? Why do I want to do that? Why do I feel the need to correct them? Why do I feel the need to doze off when somebody is talking?
Why am I being put to sleep?
Yeah, why am I being put to sleep?
Using my senses, my ear senses, and let your eyes.
He's stalking inwardly. It's a stalking technique.
Hey, you know, but for real, we laugh, we joke, but and the essence of what I'm trying to say is that when we really start working on ourselves, we really start understanding how to love ourselves. The more we love ourselves, the greater the energy is produced in us to keep us whole, healthy, well. Love is what makes us vibrate at a high frequency. It helps us to do the things that we would tell ourselves physically we can't do. Nothing is impossible when you really love yourself. Because what happened? Love has no boundaries, man. It's not a feeling. It's not an emotion. Love is an energetic force that permeates everything. The earth so loves us that she gives her bountifulness to us on a daily basis. Whether you take it or not, it's there for the taking.
Well, you gotta take it. We gotta breathe.
And how often do we say thank you to her? How often do people just say thank you to plants that they getting fruit off of? How often do we thank the spiders that's catching all the bugs that's flying in our house? We ain't trying to thank them. We trying to kill their ass, trying to spray them with Raid and shit. But we got to learn how to be thankful to everything that we have. Because that's the first part of love. Love is a display of thankfulness.
Wait, I have to say, I guess I am being super thankful right now. I'm being really, really good in my thankful mode. The other day, there was a tarantula near my washing machine. The
Big
sucker
one.
was like
They were
about
big as
that
my
big.
hand.
And I saw it and I go, babe, there's a tarantula out here. Then he came, looked, and went back in the house. And I'm like, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill this tarantula, and because I know, because I've seen them in the house, and where it was on the porch, I was like, it's not gonna take long for it to get in the house. Then I seen his reaction. I was like, I'm gonna leave it alone. I left the tarantula alone. I don't know where that happy tarantula is right now, but it's running. If it's running around, it should be still running around free and alive because I didn't mess with it. I haven't seen it in the house, so I don't think it's in there. But it was definitely a growing moment for me because I was thinking murder. I'm gonna murder this spider, but it really wasn't doing anything to me. But you know, I could have went all the way to any direction and been like, "Oh my God!" Da, da, da. So I just left it alone. So good, happy day to you, tarantula, out there in the world. Hope you're living your best life.
Hey, but that's cool. I'm glad you said that because those are the things that I'm talking about. Where we break our routine habits. Because routinely we be like, oh man, kill that thing. Like when people see a snake, you know, the first reaction is, hey, a snake. That snake is more afraid of you than you are of it. So then you scare the hell out of the poor snake by your reaction. We forget to stop and think about what we do. I'm going to tell you a fact. And this is a fact. I don't care how deadly an animal is. If you stop before you react, you are more in control of that situation. But when you panic, you are creating chaos right in your whole little surroundings. So everything becomes chaotic. That goes for everything across the board with our life. Look, I've been coming here every week. I'm not going to say bar none, but I've been coming every week to share with you guys the knowledge that I have inside. Trust me. Had my sister not asked me to do this, I wouldn't be doing this. You guys know I wasn't on Instagram. Barely. They had to make me take pictures to put on there. But here I am every week, twice a week, sharing my heart with y'all. I mean, for those who can receive it, I am glad. For those who can't, I'm still glad because I know everything is only for a time. And right now, I have the time to do this. So I'm just going to say, enjoy it because I'm enjoying it while I'm doing it. I don't feel like it's a burden because when I don't want to come over here and do it, I don't do it. Yeah, I enjoy doing it. Why? Because I know it's assisting others. I know it's helping y'all. It helps me to hear my own rhetoric. Because then when I hear it come out my mouth, I'm obligated to perform it. Just like this morning, I was telling Bobby, hey man, you don't put energy into something and then it ceased to bother you. Right after that, I went out and chopped the damn coconut branch and them doggone bees swarmed all around my head and bit me on the arm. I can't, she saw me run, she said, I always see you running. Because they was all over my head. I'm like, ah! But then the thing started hurting really bad. And it came right back to me what I told Bobby. Quit giving it energy and it'll go away.
Let me see it.
I quit giving it energy. I said, I'm not going to worry about how the sting feels because I kept looking at it and it kept getting bigger. I said, what are you doing? I'm doing the very thing I told him not to do. So I stopped. I just act like it never happened. The pain went away. The swelling is gone. It's like I didn't get stung. But that's what I be talking about when I'm talking about where we put our energy is where it's going to manifest.
I also like to say the amount of times he's been stung, I think he's developed some bee immunity around here. He is all the way there, baby, chasing him, boy.
You know, what it is, and that's another thing that I always remind myself, because you remember when the last time I did it, I said, babe, from now on, I'm going to check before I go chopping on them damn branches, because I had chopped one right behind the house. Yank! And as soon as I chopped it, she saw me running again. I was like, they was all over my head. They bit me on the lip, bit me in the back. Oh, they tore me up that time, because I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
When I chopped the branch, I heard the zzz, but I was like, what is that? By the time I said, what was that? They was like, ting, ting, ting. I was like, wait a minute. So I told her, I said, from now on, I'm going to check under them branches before I chop it. Bobby wanted coconuts. He's like, man, your machete, you got your machete? I said, I'm going to sharpen the machete. So I sharpened it. I was all, yeah, I know it's sharp now. So I went and cut one of the low-hanging coconut branches. And I chopped it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's sharp. And that's how I got my ass stung. Because I went over to the other one. I didn't look under it. I just looked at it. I was like, yak! As soon as I did that, I'm standing there. I had to drop that machete and think, oh, they was all around they was all over me.
Sure enough, there's a hive the size of a coconut.
It's a nice hive. Hopefully, I think the bees are going to have to find a new home. So I'm excited about going in there because these are the black bees. So we're going to get that honey from that hive.
Man, they serious.
Yeah.
Hey, but again, awareness, just being aware helps us so much.
Yeah.
And that was a lesson for me. I didn't find that as being something bad because that was me not acting on what the hell I said. I said, babe, from now I'm going to look under them damn doggone things before I go chopping them coconut branches because sometimes they just start hanging so low when we trying to get by, they brushing you all in the face. So the ones that's hanging low, I chop them. So I said, I'm going to look at them from now on. And I went and chopped it and didn't even peek under there. The machete was showing me how sharp it was. I was like, yeah, yakka. Boy, that coconut tree was like, oh, yakka back. Because them bees was all over me. Awareness. I wouldn't have even had to deal with a stink had I been aware and saw it. And I would have been like, nope, I'm not going to mess with that branch. Now, right now.
Not too long ago at USHA, maybe about a month back, 6 weeks back, the workers chopped down a tree or something, and you couldn't even get in the entrance.
Yes, you couldn't go through that front gate.
The bees had the entrance
on lock. They did.
It was amazing to see, and even when because then we pulled up at the entrance, we trying to come through,
and
nobody open the gate.
The gate was barely open. I'm like, oh man, where the guards at? So I was like, man, I jumped out the truck, go to open the gate. Them bees was like, I was like, ah!
Be aware.
But
I'm just saying
lot
here, anywhere you go.
About bees, how protective they are of their environment. It's like, you don't come and violate over here.
Yeah.
Because we're going to attack you.
Yeah, we coming.
And we all coming in force, and they know exactly who to attack.
Yeah. And think of it, it's a little insect about this big torturing you.
Torture you.
I mean, coming to give you work.
All
Whatever.
because you disrupted their home.
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't disrupt people's homes.
Hey, that's the beauty of living in an environment where it's life all around you. It makes you become more aware of the life that's around you, not just taking for granted that we can do what we want. We just really can't. We got to be mindful that we are around just life. And that life we have to respect, just like we wanted to respect us. Like I said, that's why I don't mess with them when they're outside, but I always let them know, don't come in the house.
Right.
Ain't nothing in here for you. I let a few spiders live up in there, a few geckos, but don't you come in here.
Yeah.
The scorpions, they go right in my bitters.
I think they told the other scorpions.
Yeah, they must have, because they don't want to come in the house no more, because every time I caught one, they went right into the bitters.
Yeah.
And them the bitters that I drank, and I know what it does.
Yeah.
You know, drinking them bitters with that poison leached in them helps to build your immunity against their sting. So I'm like, you want to keep building me up? Yeah, it's just going to make me stronger. So they starting to stay out the house, because, I mean, every time we looked around, it was one. But we live in, like I told her, we live in the jungle. The jungle is our backyard. And life is everywhere. I mean, with our garden, we be stuffy eating things we never even imagined. We didn't even know existed. It's eating away at our plants. So we have to learn how to just, find out what we can do to help the plant resist this thing. So it's just a cycle that we are all part of. And when you really become a part of that, you love your life even all the more. Because we can't live our lives separate from all the life that's around us. But that's what cities have the ability to do, because they isolate you from this. All you see is buildings. And I'm saying that. I'm getting ready to go to New Jersey, so it's just going to be buildings everywhere. We're going to be in New York. Crazy.
Yeah, well,
But
we go to the suburbs.
everything,
New
well, we're
Jersey is
still
the
going to
guard.
wind up going into the city.
Yeah, but New Jersey is the garden state. But I understand about all those other states in the states. But
Cali was a nice place. There was a lot of openness. It was more openness.
Right.
But I lived in Chicago too, where it was just tall buildings. And for me, all of it is intrusive.
yes.
Why? Because look at the environment that it's sprayed with all kind of pesticides. It's constant. You see them beautiful little flowers and trees. They spraying them to death. Just and where did that spray go? In the air. Who breathing it? We are.
Not even just in the air, it also seeps into the ground.
Into the
and goes
ground.
into the
You
water.
want to grow food, and now your food contaminated because why? They contaminated the ground.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to be good caretakers of what has been provided for us. We wanted this earth to be providing for us, and how do we treat it? And why do we treat it that way is the big question. It's because we haven't been taught how to be proper human beings. We've been taught how to be whatever you think you are: doctor, lawyer, politician, actor, scientist, criminal, judge, police, whatever that is. You've taught yourself to be that. Let's teach ourselves to be human. Because that's the biggest thing we need to learn, is just how to be a good human being. And when I say good, I mean not in the sense that, there's good and bad, evil. I'm talking about being a productive cell on this planet. Just like you don't want unproductive cells in your body. That's why we do cleansing. Because their cells die, and other cells want to get around the dead cell and create more dead cells. And what do? We cleanse them and flush them out. You think this earth is any different? I keep telling you, we are all the same. I've been hearing about all these floods and fires. I'm like, ooh, she is doing the deep cleansing. And people be, whoa, it's so horrible. I don't see it as horrible. Because when we working in alignment with her, we ain't have nothing but beautiful things coming to us. When we out of alignment, again, you don't know what's coming to you. Because you have caused an energy around you that's creating chaos. And when them free radicals go and start doing stuff in our body, we got to eliminate. Like, hey, you can't just go around here doing willy-nilly stuff. This body is whole. It's one. It's functioning.
and it's not even a sense of good or bad because we eliminate daily. Everyone should be
Every day.
eliminating daily. You should be having daily bowel movements, more than one a day. And so when we eat the bendis, which is all good, right? And then we go, oh, well, eliminate is bad. No, we have to eliminate what no longer
Waste,
serves us.
right.
We take the good from it, and then the waste leaves. And so the earth, again, we are the same, and so the earth does the same thing.
Right, so be a productive
The
cell.
universe does the same thing.
Same thing. So be a productive cell, all I'm saying. Don't be one of those cells, cancerous cells, where it's like they keep... I mean, and think about how cancerous cells work. Here you are, this cell going, and then here come another cell, and you be like, hey, I got cancer. It's cancer going around. And then that cell gets the same idea, so then you got now 2 cancer cells bumping along, and they just keep going around doing that. Think about it. When you got healthy cells going around, they are creating more what? Healthy cells. Like, man, come on. Buck up. Let's go. Let's go. We got to carry this oxygen. We got to, hey, this is real. I'm not saying something that's fictitious. It's happening around us all the time. We suffer by our own hand. Let's stop the suffering. Let's start living. We live in the age of Aquarius. This is the age of the outpouring of knowledge. Knowledge is available to live the way that we want to live, to be the beautiful beings that we want to be. It's all available to us. Why not? Why be anything other than great? Folks talking about, oh, let's make America great. Start with making yourself great. And then wherever you go, you're going to carry that greatness, no matter where it is.
So, now's a great time to ask you guys if you want to add anything, ask any questions, make a statement, whatever. Suit your
I'm open.
needs.
We open for discussion. And if you don't, that's fine. I like to see free flowing.
Yeah.
So, if
No compulsion. You don't have to. But if there was something you wanted to share, you certainly can.
there's any
It
questions,
just looks like he's trying to say something. No?
No, I was just wondering if we're recording still.
Yeah, we're still recording.
you can speak.
I mean, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm enjoying this.
Okay, good. Bobby, I know you got something to say.
No, I mean, it was a fleeting thought a while back, but I mean, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's, but the fact, what stands out from this whole conversation is the fact that love is not necessarily an emotion, but it's an energetic force.
It's an energetic force. It really is. It
So-
really is.
Love is an action.
It's a force that spurs us to act.
Yeah. I mean, action. You know, like you don't hear, you can hear someone say I love you, but the act is, and then it's not even in a person thing. You can say, I love the water, but you pollute it. Then is that love? It's the act. It's the action. It's what you do that puts you on the love vibration.
And that was another thing that I was thinking about when you're talking about, what the earth is giving us and what we're doing to the earth, and the fact that we're literally polluting and killing the ocean. And when the ocean dies, then we die.
Exactly.
I don't think, because I think that is rhetoric that is taught. I really don't believe that we can kill this planet. I believe the planet will kill us before that happens.
Well, and like you said,
I really don't believe we are
the
the bigger ones here. Now, I mean, I'm not saying because I believe that we're everything.
right.
But, I believe that, just like
And you're right,
I'm
man.
talking about eliminating,
Yeah.
the earth will eliminate us before she lets us take her out.
And that's exactly what I was thinking about when Asami was saying it. Like all the stuff that's going on, the fires, the floods, is literally the earth cleansing itself.
Cleansing herself, man. Of
Yeah,
the
taking a
pestilence.
shower, lighting some sage, you know, all the things that we're running around doing, or the earth is on automatic and like, okay, I
Earth is
need
like
to
that, yeah.
do this over here and setting it straight. And that's why I believe we've heard of fires and floods and things before in times before, and people looked at it as biblical and so forth or whatever, and it's just been nature doing its thing.
Yeah, we're a part of a cycle. And, you know, and the beautiful thing about us being here in this particular time and space is that the earth has made a shift. And now we are in the age of Aquarius. That age is the age of air. That's why everything is wireless and frequencies and vibrations, because we're in that age. So the more that we understand that, the more we can acclimate ourselves to this vibration, and we can see great things happen. I'm telling you, there's going to come a time when there's not going to be no surgeons to do nothing. They're going to use crystals and light to heal everything that needs to be done to our body, because our bodies never needed to be opened in the first place, ever. So, get ready. You ain't nothing but good things coming. Well, I'm going to say there's nothing but beneficial things coming. And I'm asking everybody to be a part of it, because we're a part of it anyway. So be a productive part of this unfoldment of grandiosity of the earth, because she's going to show herself. That's why I feel this breeze blowing. I love it, because we live in the age of air. Air is everything. So breathe it in. Let it consume you. Be it. And it's going to be you. And trust me, I know. She's a Libra just like me. We air signs. We do whatever we want. We know we got the energy to draw whatever we like to one another. And then we come here and represent ourselves as a union. Hey, the universe just obeys us in whatever we desire. I don't want for nothing. Don't need nothing. Have everything that I absolutely could desire. Anything I get extra than that is just a bonus. And that's how I want all of us to understand. We all come to live like that. We didn't come to be slaves to nothing, especially our own mind. So stop it. And let's start living, y'all. Hey, I love y'all. And I'm getting ready to go on. You guys not going to see me for a month. She said we're going to do something while we away, but I'm saying I'm not doing a thing. Okay, don't be expecting nothing.
I think we can find the time.
I'm not going to find the time. She's going to find the time. She's going to, hey, y'all, she's going to be on the show by herself. So enjoy her.
I feel like she gonna push you to do one.
I'll be the one holding the camera. You can say, hey, Asami, I know you back there, because I am, but I ain't even going to respond to that.
What's calling on your foot? Don't kill it, just knock it off.
All right, y'all. Peace. Enjoy y'all weekend.
Family.
See y'all in a month.
Looks like a ladybug.
Hey, thank